So this guide outlines what I think are the 10 most important components to being a good leader for your dog. And this is based on my experience with hundreds of different dogs, their owners, and also living with 3 dogs of my own and their individual personalities. This guide provides a foundation for good dog leadership in an easy to understand way that you can put in place into your life immediately with easy to implement actions. And with this guide, I show you that you don't need to use harsh methods or be the boss of your dog in order to be a good leader. I wrote the guide to provide an easy to understand and follow list for people who may be new to dog ownership or are having a problem with their dog and just don't know where to start. There is so much information out there about what makes a good leader or how to be the boss or all these different methods of training. And really they can be so overwhelming and so confusing for people. And even for dogs, we often are giving mixed signals or not communicating with them in a way they can understand, or we expect too much and we don't properly fully train a dog in a particular aspect or activity before we expect compliance. I remember when we got our first dog, Ruby, when she was a puppy, and we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't have a list like this to follow, and we made so many mistakes. We were definitely giving her mixed signals, we weren't being fair to her, we weren't following up, we weren't even communicating with her in a way that she could understand, so we ran into a lot of problems and we were tearing our hair out. Eventually we got there, but it really was tough at the beginning, and I really want people to not have the same experience that we did, to be able to know from the beginning how to interact with their dog. I think leadership means different things to different people, and often I think leadership is confused with being the boss, and being the boss meaning that you impose your will on others because you're right or you're the boss. To me, leadership is setting up the right structure, values and rules, and living by that to the best of your ability every day. It's to communicate, it's to be fair, it's to be consistent, and really focus on building a strong relationship of trust and respect. I hope people take away from this guide that you don't need to use harsh methods with your dog. You don't need to be the boss and impose your will on them, or even physically get them to do what you want. You can build a strong bond of trust and respect with your dog whilst being their leader. It's not that difficult. If you can just follow some simple basic steps, you'll find that your relationship with your dog will change, will become much more rewarding for both of you. And of course, last one, patience. Please have patience with your dog. That is my absolute #1 training tip. I just want everyone to remember that they're not robots, they're dogs. They have thoughts and feelings of their own, and they are capable of making choices, and we just need to help them.